From Canton, Ohio, this is All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. Coming up, from the U to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Colts running back Edgerrin James joins elite company this weekend.
You think back to all the hard work you put in, and it makes it all worth it.
James will share a special day with Colts owner Jim Irsay.
It's the greatest privilege, I think, that I could have with the stewardship that I have.
Tonight, we take you on a journey of Edgerrin James' life on and off the field.
You gotta trust me, man. You're riding with the edge.
Welcome to Canton Edge. All Access Indy Hall of Fame starts now.
And welcome to Canton, Ohio, the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where former Colts great Edgerrin James will be inducted into the class of 2020. Hi, everybody. Welcome live here to All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, we'll take you on this incredible journey of former Colts standout Edgerrin James on and off the field. You know, Edgerrin was supposed to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame last year here at the ceremonies, but it was canceled and postponed to this year due to COVID-19. What a run for Edgerrin James. What a career. 11 seasons in the NFL, 7 of those with your Indianapolis Colts. He came to Indy in 1999, and boy, was that one heck of a ride.
With the fourth choice in this draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Edgerrin James, running back, University of Miami.
At the 1999 NFL Draft, the Colts stunned the football world. Bill Polian fills his need at running back with Edgerrin James passing over Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams.
This wasn't a popular situation from the beginning. You know, I came in up under controversy. The team wasn't just killing it, you know, but we just put our heads down and came together and worked hard.
The pick immediately pays off. James earns Offensive Rookie of the Year and leads the NFL in rushing each of his first 2 seasons. In 2001, James, well on his way to another stellar campaign, tears his ACL in Week 7 at Kansas City, ending his season. James returns to the field in 2002 and rushes for nearly 1,000 yards before eclipsing over 4,300 total rushing yards over his next 3 seasons.
One of the most proudest part is after the injury. You know, to be able to come back and be successful after having an injury that was known to shut down a lot of running backs' career, and to continue going and continue playing at a high level.
In 2006, James leaves Indy as a free agent and signs with the Cardinals. While in Arizona, Edge tallies nearly 3,000 yards over the course of 3 seasons, helping the team to an appearance in Super Bowl 43. At the time of his retirement, James was 11th on the NFL's all-time rushing list with over 12,000 yards on the ground. He still holds multiple Colts career records, including rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. Now entering the Hall of Fame alongside his longtime friend and Colts quarterback.
To be able to go into the hall with Pate and watch everything kind of develop and turn into what it's turned into, that's a beautiful sight. You know, it's something that, you know, I think any player would appreciate and look forward to.
So a big weekend here for Edgerrin James, getting set to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's take a closer look at the numbers, folks. 4 players in NFL history have rushed for at least 1,500 yards 4 times. You can add Edgerrin James to that list. He ranks 13th in career rushing yards as well, over 12,000. Unbelievable. And then his 15,610 career all-purpose yards is 16th all-time. Some tremendous numbers there by former Colts Edgerrin James. Meanwhile, what a night last night, folks, for Edgerrin James. He received his iconic gold jacket here in Canton, Ohio, as a part of the gold jacket ceremony. Now, I tell you, this event is really where the weekend gets started for these players and coaches going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Edge told me it was a night he'll never forget.
Every step of the way is just getting better and better. You know, you start once you got around the guys, and once you got in that room with all the Hall of Famers, that's when it started to really sink in and be like, okay, yeah, it's really happening. It makes you think back to all the hard work you put in, and it makes it all worth it.
Worth it indeed. Okay, folks, we're going to take a time out, but we got much more live coverage coming your way here, live from Canton on All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. When we come back, we're connecting with former Colts coach and a Hall of Famer himself, Tony Dungy. We'll talk to him and get his take on Edgerrin getting set to go into this exclusive club, the Hall of Fame, and also on the way, what do you know about Edgerrin James? Well, we're going to talk to some insiders who know everything about the former Colts player on and off the field. Some stories you haven't heard before about how great he was at Indy. That and more coming up live from Canton, Ohio on All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame.
Edgerrin James. Hey, bro, congratulations, bro. You've been standing all this time. From gold teeth to gold jacket. Congratulations, bro, from me to you. Waiting on mine now.
I'll never forget our time together at the U. I'll never forget trying to get you on the ground as a defensive coach going against you in this league. What a tremendous, tremendous career you had. Just a beast. Congratulations, man. You're the best.
All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame, presented by Papa Murphy's.
We are back here live in Canton, Ohio, and earlier today, what a scene right here at the Hall of Fame. Peyton Manning, Edgerrin James. Of course, Edgerrin goes in tonight in the Hall. Peyton Manning tomorrow. Ed showing Peyton his custom Hall of Fame car that he drove during the parade today. What a scene here for Colts Nation here in Canton, Ohio. Hi, everybody. Anthony Calhoun back here live here at the Hall of Fame on All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. And, you know, the Colts after this weekend will have 16 members in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Two of those members, Tony Dungy and Bill Polian, played a huge role in bringing Edgerrin James here and molding his career here with your Indianapolis Colts. Both guys told me they're not surprised to see this day here for Edgerrin.
Edgerrin James was probably the most complete back that I've ever been around. Run inside, run outside, break long runs, catch the football, block. He did it all. And I think that's what Bill and the Colts were looking for when they drafted him.
He had unique acceleration in the hole, and he had unique ability to make you miss at the second level, and he had unique ability as a pass catcher and pass blocker. He could do it all.
Yeah, he was tremendous to watch when you watch the Indianapolis Colts games over and over again. That connection between Peyton Manning and Edgerrin James. No surprise here, folks, why Edgerrin is a part of this group coming up right here behind me in Canton, Ohio. So what do we know about Edgerrin James? We know he had a tremendous career with your Indianapolis Colts, but he also got the job done off the football field as well. Our Charlie Clifford has a story on all the insiders who know Edgerrin James quite well.
He was phenomenal. He was just like a boy possessed playing football. We all would shake our heads after the first practice and look at each other like, we got to check the birth certificate.
Edgerrin James' old high school football coach in Immokalee, Florida saw it first. And then one future teammate knew it too. The gold teeth were going places.
He looked at me and said, you got to trust me, man. You're riding with the edge. Right? And from that point on, I've been riding with the edge, man. That's my dog. From day one that I got to the University of Miami, you know, he took me in and I just watched. There's no difference than me coming into Indianapolis.
But behind the scenes of this Hall of Fame career, a father faced the worst.
When Edgerrin lost his kid's mother tragically years and years ago, it was really tough. I saw a guy who really made a decision for life. Everything that he does for his life right now is all about his kids.
And just see like the amount of love he receives every time he comes back to Indy, like, because like me, I was like too young to really like watch him playing. So like sometimes I find like hard to believe like, oh, this is my dad. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. That's what I can say.
For those who know Edgerrin James the best, his most important numbers came nowhere near a football field. right after his rookie year here in Indianapolis, donating $250,000 to his alma mater at the University of Miami. This journey, never about one man.
Yeah, I can tell you stories, man. You know, Edge, you know, would go around the neighborhood and get charter buses, take them to Orlando to go to Disney. You know what I mean? Like who does that, man?
If it had anything to do with people, he was all in. And then the more he embraced and the city started to embrace him in Indianapolis, it was like, wow, I get it now. You know, this is what my purpose is.
A path to Canton, carved out Edge's way. Charlie Clifford, All Access Indy Hall of Fame.
Charlie, thank you so much. You know, his teammate in Reggie Wayne, he's been a finalist twice, but many folks believe that this coming season will be Reggie Wayne's time to go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2022. With a chance to catch up, Reg, get his take on possibly getting into the Hall.
I don't know, man. When it happens, it happens. I know there's a process, and I'm just going along with the ride. I'm just, to be honest with you, man, I'm grateful that the last 2 years I've been a finalist, and I'm just enjoying it. I know when my number is called, I'm gonna make sure I deliver. It's gonna be a party. We are gonna celebrate. So until then, we just gonna go with the ride, brother.
I got a good feeling, folks, that we're gonna be back here next year with Reggie Wayne. Good luck to number 87. Okay, we're taking a timeout. We got much more live coverage coming your way here in All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. Our Colts insider, Zach Kiefer, he's going to join us live here tonight to give us some of those inside stories about Edgerrin James. He had a chance to connect with Colts owner Jim Irsay. And speaking of the Colts owner, we're going to talk to him. He's got a big night tonight. He's going to be presenting for Edgerrin here at the Hall of Fame. That and more coming up next live from Canton, Ohio.
Edge, congrats, bro. Couldn't be more excited, man. I tell people all the time, toughest cat I ever played with, and that ain't gonna change, man. So, man, I love blocking for you, bro.
Hey, Edge, what's going on, man? It's your chess partner, Gary Brackett. Hey, I just want to say congratulations for making it to the Hall of Fame. Definitely well-deserved, and you're definitely one of the greats, so congratulations again, Hall of Fame.
We're back here live on All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. Peyton Manning told me that Edgerrin James, if not his favorite, definitely one of his favorite teammates of all time. And when Edgerrin found out he was in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Peyton shared with me the exchange he had with Edge, congratulating him on making it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Man, how about that moment right there? Hi, everybody. Anthony Calhoun here live in Canton, Ohio, as we continue our coverage on the big night for Edgerrin James getting ready to go in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I want to welcome in our Colts insider, Zach Kiefer, who follows his team very closely and has some really awesome stories about Edgerrin James. Great to see you, my friend. Let's start first. This journey for Edgerrin, man, what a ride it has been. Watching him play with the Colts, but not just on the field, but off the field as well, right?
Yeah, you talk to anyone close to Edgerrin and they'll tell you, this guy did it his way. I mean, he used to get up in the mornings in high school and train before school. Dirt poor town in Florida, became a star at the University of Miami. Wasn't the most popular draft pick. If you remember, AC, Bill Polian took a chance on him over Ricky Williams, and even asked friends before that first season, are they going to like me in Indy? I got dreads, I got gold teeth. Yeah. They liked him pretty quickly.
Liked him big time, fell in love with the guy, what he was able to do on the football field. We just showed you moments there. Peyton Manning, a great relationship with him as well, especially at practice, right?
Right, and this is a guy that took a couple years to get into the Hall of Fame. And what did Peyton do? Peyton campaigned on Edgerrin's behalf and told a story early in his career that he would skimp on the fundamentals. He would quit his workouts a little early just because he wanted to watch Edgerrin James run the football. That's Peyton Manning we're talking about, and that's how good of a runner Edgerrin James was.
2006, what story do you have about Jim Irsay?
Yeah, and I think I can say this pretty confidently. Edgerrin might be Jim Irsay's favorite Colt of all time, and I know that says a lot, but when he had to say goodbye to Edgerrin, it was one of the hardest days he's ever had as an owner, and Edgerrin knew what was going on, and he knew it was a business decision, but to this day, Jim Irsay and Edgerrin James are very tight, and it's not a coincidence that of all the people Edgerrin could pick to induct him tonight, it's Jim Irsay.
And finally, we know it's going to be a big-time party tonight for Edgerrin, because we know Edgerrin loves to have a good time, folks. So what can we expect this party tonight for Edgerrin James?
If you think this party is ending at 2 or 3 a.m., I'm sorry, I got bad news. It's going to go until sunrise. We know how Edgerrin likes to do it. He's a Hall of Famer. He can do whatever he wants. Jim Irsay's picking up the tab, and he said you guys can do whatever you want.
All right, man. Always great knowledge coming from our guy there, our Colts insider, Zach Keefer. Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate you as always. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back here on All Access Indy, we're going to connect with, yes, you mentioned it, Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, who will present Edgerrin James tonight. We catch up with him more next year.
Edge, hey, this is Dallas. So you got in the Hall of Fame, so that's pretty cool. But I know deep down you're probably wishing that you'd get the respect that you think you deserve as, like, a Hall of Fame chess player. You talk your game up so much as a chess player. But man, you're just gonna have to settle for being an okay football player, going to this Hall of Fame thing in Canton. I guess it's kind of a big deal.
All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame, presented by Papa Murphy's.
We're back here live on All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame, from Rookie of the Year to now a place that all NFL players dream to land when their career's over. Edgerrin James, a part of the 2020 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. We are just a few hours away from Edgerrin being inducted into this big class here in Canton, Ohio. Anthony Calhoun back here live with you on All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. Edgerrin has a quite unique relationship with Colts owner Jim Irsay. Our Olivia Ray has more on this amazing story.
Ingrained in the mind of Colts owner Jim Irsay, because it was the moment that forever altered his franchise.
He was special from the beginning.
It was 22 years ago when Edgerrin James first stepped foot in Indy.
I mean, it's just that feeling you get when you're in a room with someone like that, a special person who's going to do special things, and you just say, wow.
James and the front office forged a special friendship that withstood the test of trades, different teams, and time.
Jim Irsay, my man. It's like Irsay, he's always taken good care of me. Irsay has always been like super cool, from day one. And even though I went to Arizona, the relationship remained the same.
The Colts were quick to admit that they never would have won Super Bowl 41 without the foundation that Edgerrin James laid, which is why Jim Irsay said thanks by sending James a championship ring of his own. But now it's Edge's turn to show his appreciation and put Irsay on the podium at the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
The relationship we built over the years, I have so much respect for Mr. Irsay and the organization. I thought it would only be right.
And it would make for a memorable presentation with the possibility of an unpredictable speech.
I just know that he's going to be pure and he's going to be real. That's the thing that I appreciate the most about it. He's going to be open and honest.
I mean, these guys mean a tremendous amount to me. They lay a lot on the field, their preparation. It's a tough game. They're heroic in what they do. That's Edgerrin.
No one's words will carry more weight in Canton than Edge's biggest fan, former boss, and best friend. Olivia Ray, All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame.
Olivia, thanks a lot, my friend. Great job as always. So tonight is the night for former Colts great Edgerrin James, Hall of Fame bound for Mr. Edgerrin James. 1999 with the Colts, and now he finds himself to end his career after 11 seasons in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Job well done. Folks, thank you so much for watching All Access Indy, the Hall of Fame. We're not done just yet. Coming up tomorrow, we've got another special coming your way on Peyton Manning. He goes in the Hall of Fame tomorrow. We're bringing it to you right here on Wish TV. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night.